The Eugene Super Regional, where unseeded Oregon hosts unseeded Oral Roberts. This is one of the two Super Regionals where both teams are unseeded, with Oregon being the 2 in the Vanderbilt Regional and Oral Roberts being the 4 seed. Kind of a fake 4, faux 4, people have been saying, in the Oklahoma State Regional. Both teams looked very impressive, had a lot of close games between the two of them. Oregon had one fewer, but both teams only played 3. Oregon had one game that they were able to get out in front of. But yeah, both teams super impressive. Probably the most surprising super regional we have here, with the other ones kind of being a little bit more chalk. More teams that you would expect. But Oral Roberts got the job done, and probably one of the most balanced regionals there, with Oklahoma State, Washington, and Dallas Baptist, all very competent teams. You could have picked any of those teams making it out, and I wouldn't have been surprised. It was a really tough decision for all those. But yeah, and then Oregon coming out of Vanderbilt regional, really tough, but did a really good job. Only had to face Vanderbilt once, which is nice there, with Xavier getting the job done in the losers bracket. So yeah, Oregon now 6-0 against Xavier. Showed it to them a little bit, but a lot of close games, and both these teams very competent and could go either way here.
Yeah, impressive from both these teams to make it out of regionals on the road. And like you said, Oregon only had to play Vanderbilt once, but going 6-0 against a team on the season is very impressive. It's hard to beat a quality team that many times in a row. And then on the other side, Oral Roberts showed a lot of resilience in that regional. Went down 0-8 against Washington in that winners bracket game, but came back and won 15-12. Just super impressive. Only the 8th 4 seed ever to make it out of a regional. And yeah, we get an unseeded super regional here. I think I'm probably going to go with Oregon just because they're hosting at PK Park in Eugene. I think that gives them the slight edge, and Oral Roberts is the only 4 seed to make it through. Definitely a very talented team, won a ton of games this season. Even if it was against lesser competition, it's hard to win that many games, but I think Oregon is probably the all-around better club at this point.
Yeah, both these teams are on pretty big win streak, with Oregon, I believe, at 9 and Oral Roberts at something like 21. So a little bit weaker competition that Oral Roberts saw earlier in the season, but since getting to the regionals, they've been electric still, and probably leaning a little bit towards Oregon here as well, but could go either way. It's definitely a tough draw, but probably the one that Oregon wanted to see the most coming out of the regionals there.